Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, and if this is your first time here, you're welcome. Please don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below, and please click on the bell as well. Thank you so much. Please, I would like to ask everyone to please watch this video till the end, because I have a little announcement to make at the end of this video. So in the last update about JODHA and AKBAR, Sharafuddin and his father ran away, and after Sharafuddin beat Bakshi, because Jalal got to know that Sharafuddin and his father were the one planning to kill Salim, and Jalal promised to find them as soon as possible. That was the last update. Let's continue from there. Shaguni was going somewhere and her cowries falls on the ground and scattered. Shaguni was about to pack her cowries from the floor, but the cowries automatically arranged itself into an arrow shape and pointed towards Bahar's hut. Shaguni asked a man who was passing by that who is living in the hut, and the man says that it is Bahar and her husband Rashid. Shaguni thinks that the hut is in front of the palace, and Shaguni sneaks into the hut and finds Bahar offering prayers, and she was heavily pregnant. Bahar sees Shaguni and asks that what can she help Shaguni with. Shaguni says that Zil has been in the hut for some days now, but soon Zil will go from the hut to some other place, and Zil's unborn baby will take Zil to another place after she is born. But Zil would have to encounter some challenges, and a baby girl will change the history of the Mughals, and that girl will be Zil's daughter. Bahar was shocked to hear that, and Shaguni says that Zil's daughter will take Zil to the palace from the hut. Shaguni comes to the palace, and Ruqayya passed by Shaguni in the palace, and Ruqayya asks Oshia that who is the elderly woman. Oshia says that she is Shaguni, and she has come to meet JODHA. Ruqayya says, oh, she is the lady who tells about future, and Ruqayya smiles and leaves from there. Shaguni looks back and saw Ruqayya's footsteps on the ground, but instead of the footsteps to go forward, Ruqayya's footsteps were going backward as Ruqayya herself was walking forward. Shaguni was shocked seeing this, and Shaguni says that it is not a good sign because opposite footsteps are of the witches, and sometimes witches comes in form of human, and Shaguni looks at Ruqayya as she was going. In the room, JODHA was giving a royal bath to Salim along with Salima and Shamshad. A maid comes there and says that Shaguni has come, and JODHA says that why is Shaguni in the palace, and after Salim's bath, JODHA goes to meet Shaguni. Shaguni sees Salim in JODHA's hand, and Shaguni sees a sacred thread in Salim's hand. Shaguni says that it is good for Salim because the person who gave Salim the sacred thread has made a relationship with Salim. JODHA asks that what does Shaguni mean? Shaguni says that the relationship that Salim had made with the owner of the sacred thread is the relationship of the heart, and the relationship was made by faith, and no one can change it. JODHA did not really understand, but she did not bother. Shaguni blesses Salim, and she takes out her cowries, and the cowries automatically forms the same arrow shape. Shaguni looks at the cowries and says that Salim would win heart of many people, but his heart will bring storm to the palace, and he will speak with his heart, and this will cause a lot of bloodshed because his love story will be written with blood. Shaguni says that Salim's love will be the reason for a lot of destructions, and his love would divide relationships. Shaguni says that JODHA will be divided between her love and honesty because of Salim, and Salim will be a very big king, but his heart will break because he would have two ladies in his life, and one of the ladies will break his heart, and the other lady will join his heart, and this will bring problems to everyone that are close to him. And JODHA was really shocked hearing all this. JODHA was crying in her room in front of Kana because of everything that Shaguni said. Jalal comes there and says that JODHA should not be worried because everything will be fine. JODHA says that whatever Shaguni says always come true, and Jalal says that nothing like this would happen because they would handle things maturely. Jalal says that he loves Salim a lot, and he cannot fight with JODHA or Salim, but even then, if something happens, then JODHA's Kana is with him, and he will show him the right path. And both Jalal and JODHA praised to Kana, and JODHA was in tears. A voiceover says that time was passing by, and with Jalal's words, JODHA forgot the prediction of Shaguni. Baby Salim got high fever and he was unconscious, and JODHA and Jalal were worried, thinking that what happened to Hazan and Hussein earlier is about to happen again. The doctor was treating Salim, and everyone were there really worried for baby Salim. On the other side, Shaguni was doing her prayers, and she throws her cowries on the floor, and the cowries automatically forms an arrow shape again. On another side, Bahar gets into labor pain, and she says to Rashid that it is time for her to give birth. In the palace, Salim was still unconscious, and JODHA says to Kana that Kana should not do this with them again this time because they won't be able to live if anything happens to Salim. So Kana should please protect Salim, and JODHA also prays to God and says to him to save Salim. Rashid was taking Zil Bahar to the doctor's place in a cart in a heavy rain, and Zil was really in a lot of pain. Rashid got to the doctor's place with Zil, and soon Zil gave birth, and the doctor says congratulations to Rashid because a baby girl is born, and Rashid was happy. In the palace, as soon as Zil's baby was born, Salim gets conscious and everyone were extremely happy. A voiceover says that on that day, a new love story was born, and Anarkali was born, and Salim's heart started beating again. And in other words, Anarkali gave beat to Salim's heart. Zil Bahar and Rashid comes to Jalal with their daughter, and Zil Bahar says to Jalal that Jalal promised her that he will give name to her daughter, and Jalal looks at the little baby and says that her name will be Nadira. Zil comes to JODHA and asks JODHA to bless her daughter, and JODHA blesses Anarkali, and as Zil was sitting beside JODHA carrying Anarkali, JODHA was also carrying Salim, and baby Salim was seen touching, playing and kissing baby Anarkali's head, and JODHA and Zil smile saying this. A voiceover says that Salim and Anarkali were related from that day, and little did Jalal know that the little girl that he has given the name Nadira, which means precious, will become the biggest problem of his life, and the girl will later be called Anarkali, which means pomegranate blossom, in which pomegranate is also known as the fruit of death. You all are welcome, because I did my research on this and it took me some time. So talk begins, and JODHA's soul says that time has passed by and 8 years has passed away, and now their son Salim is 9 years old. 9 years old Salim's leg was shown running behind a pigeon, and he grabbed some pigeon and caressed him, but our 9 years old Salim's face was still not shown. So talk continues, and Jalal's soul says that it is true that his Salim would think from heart, and it will be exactly like JODHA. Salim frees the pigeon that he catches earlier and makes the pigeon fly in the sky, and our 9 years old Salim's face was shown, and he was a very cute little boy, the same boy who played the role of Little Shantano in this street, in case you want to know. So talk begins, and Jalal's soul says that their child was different, and JODHA says yes, Salim is really different and mischievous. Young Ada was making young Murad learn arrow shooting, and young Ada asked young Murad to eat in the sky at the pigeon that was flying. Murad eats the pigeon in the sky, and both Ada and Murad runs to grab the pigeon falling on the ground because of the arrow. Young Salim was shocked that the pigeon that he released into the sky has been injured, and it was about to fall down from the sky, and young Salim quickly goes there to grab the pigeon before it falls on the ground, and young Salim lovingly looks at the injured pigeon. Salim puts water on the pigeon's wound and says that he will treat the pigeon. The other kids, that is Murad, who shot the arrow at the young pigeon, and Ada, who was teaching Murad arrow shooting, comes there, and Murad says to Salim that the pigeon belongs to him because he was the one that hunted the pigeon. Salim says that it is very bad, and Murad should look at how cute the pigeon is, so Murad cannot kill the pigeon. Murad says that he wants his pigeon back, but Salim says no, because he had saved the pigeon, so he would not give the pigeon to Murad. Murad asked again for the pigeon, but Salim refused, and the kids started fighting for the pigeon. The children started beating each other, and the soldiers comes there and separate them. Murad says okay, they need to go to their father Jalal, and he would decide on who would hold the pigeon. Jalal was practicing sword fighting with Rahim, who has already grown up into an adult man, and both Rahim and Jalal were fighting with 2 swords each. Rahim corners Jalal, and Jalal also grabs Rahim, and Jalal says very well done to Rahim. After the practice, Jalal says that he is happy to get a learner like Rahim, and Jalal says to Rahim not to ever think from the heart whenever he is in war, because he is a good fighter and Rahim not. Salim and Murad comes there, and Salim says to Jalal that Murad hunted a pigeon, but he was the one that saved the pigeon, so the pigeon belongs to him, because their mother JODHA usually says that they should not kill animals. Murad called Jalal father and says that but his father Jalal also hunts for animals, so why can't he do the same? JODHA comes there, and Jalal says that he understands the matter, but because Murad hunted the pigeon, but Salim saved the pigeon, and in life, the savior is greater than the hunter, so the pigeon belongs to Salim. JODHA smiles and says to the children that they are all brothers, so they should not fight, and they should stay with one another with love. JODHA gives all the children prasad and they all take it and eat. JODHA then gives Jalal prasad and Jalal also takes it and all the children greet Jalal and they leave, even though the little Murad wasn't happy with Jalal's judgment. JODHA stops Salim and says that why did Salim play in the mud? Because it was so dirty. Jalal says that Salim is a kid, but anyways, today is Humayun's birthday and he wants to give gift to poor people and there will be ceremony to celebrate Humayun's birthday, and Jalal leaves from there and JODHA asks Salim to come because he have to take his bath, and Salim says again and JODHA says yes, and JODHA takes Salim away. Alright guys, thank you so much for watching till the end, and now let's discuss something little together. Towards the end of this video, you guys would realize that I mentioned two children's names that are not familiar, and that is Murad and Haida. Haida is Javeda's son, that is Adam's son as well, right? But who is Murad? You see, this question has been giving me so much headache since morning, but according to my findings, I realized that even Z-World and ZTV wants to confuse us about this Murad of a thing, because Z-World or ZTV did not specifically tell us who Murad mother is. What Z-World and ZTV showed us is that Jalal is Murad father and Murad is being taken care of by Salima. And this made everybody to start coming out with their own theories of who could Murad be. But according to this story, Murad is staying with Salima. Salima is the one taking care of Murad. And Murad, according to the story, is Jalal's son. But who gave birth to Murad for Jalal? Like, the show is about to start giving us some stuff that we'll start thinking about, like we'll be so curious. So I want to open another channel whereby we'll be discussing about this, because I know everybody would have their own theories and their own understanding about this stuff. So I really want to hear from you guys. I want you guys to share your opinion. So that channel will be for us to discuss about all these things that are about to start coming out from the show and other series on Z-World. And if there's any other interesting topic that needs to be covered, then we'll be covering it on that channel. You guys know that I don't do anything about this channel without telling you guys. So you guys are the one that would watch. So I feel like you guys are human beings as well. So I need to take you guys' opinion about it. So let me know your opinion down below in the comment section. And I'll put a poll up for you guys to vote as well. So majority will carry the vote and I will know what to do next. Let me know what you think in the comment section. I will see you all again in my next video. Thank you for watching. Bye guys.